afternoon, wrestling fans, and welcome to Championship Wrestling Connection. Today we continue another look at JDR Promotions' presentation of Championship Wrestling from West Virginia. Enjoy more from the 4-H camp in Princeton, West Virginia.
See, now watch Billy. All he wants to do, he wants to play to the crowd. That's all he wants to do.
Well, you know,
he's a more of a wrestler than what you'll ever be, son.
certainly. What's that going on in Joey Morton's tights there, Shotgun?
You know, I don't know what goes on in Joey Morton's tights. You're more interested in it than what I am. Maybe during the break you can go back and ask him back there in the dressing room. I'm not going that route. And besides, I didn't know you swung that way, Jason Schaefer.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's probably got a chain or a fork or brass knuckles.
He wouldn't have none of that. Look how small them trunks are. Now, where in the world would he put a chain in them trunks?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate. But in any event, look at that big world takeover by Billy Litt. Both men down on the canvas at this point. Joey Morton attempting that kip up and can't quite get it done.
Joey just letting him think that he's got him wearing him down because actually, in all actuality, Joey is letting Billy wear himself out.
Well, you know, you've raised an interesting point. It's not just a physical confrontation when you take on Joey by God Morton. It's certainly a battle of wits as well.
Yes, it is. Joey Morton is ring smart. He's very ring smart. He brought that to my attention. I knew he was ring wise, but I didn't know he was ring smart. I got him down in Dallas, Texas. He even showed some of my handlers some things that they had forgotten about or they didn't even know.
This crowd coming alive behind Billy Litt. You know, one thing these two guys have in common, Shotgun, is, you know, the way they're both capable of pacing a match. At the drop of a hat, causing a match to go a certain way because that's the way they want to dictate it to.
Well, the only thing Billy Litt's doing is he's playing to the crowd. If the boy would wrestle, this match would be over in about 2 minutes because Joey by God Morton would absolutely tear his head off, pin him, and then eat what out of his head for breakfast. He'll eat cereal out of his skull.
Morton attempting to get an handful of that, what you call Vegematic hairdo.
I don't see nothing. I see that referee. There it is. 1, 2. I think that's as far as he can count. That's all I've ever heard the boy count to was 2. That's all.
Look at this. And Morton goes down.
You know why that's all he can count to? Because that's how much his bottle of wine costs.
Wow, look at that. Look at the height from Joey Morton.
He had his trunks.
And a hip toss by Billy Litt.
He had his trunks. He had his trunks. Now look, see the referee needs to get him off of it and let him go ahead and see, even Joey said he had his trunks. He had his trunks.
These fans really coming alive here at the 4-H camp. You know, this is the 20th annual show here at the 4-H camp, Mr. Sullivan.
You know, I tell you what, we need to be privileged to be in Glenwood here tonight. These people right here are so special. I'm telling you, the young man that opened up the show with Mr. Foster. We sit back sometimes, Jason Schaefer. I mean, this coming, you know, this is a side of Shotgun Sullivan you're not going to see very often. We sit back and complain about our back hurting. That young man right there has wrote web articles for wrestling. He's been a 28-year wrestling fan, and he told me prior to the show, he said, even though I can't participate physically in this, he said, I want to be in wrestling. The young man has done it. I'm proud of him, and we ought to be ashamed of ourselves for sitting back and having our own little pity parties whenever we have a pain in our back or whatever.
You're absolutely right. You know, the true heroes here tonight are the kids.
Exactly. This is all who it's for right here. It's for these youngsters out here. Give them a real good treat. But they're going to get a real good treat here in just a minute because Joey Morton is about to turn this butt whooping around. I showed him how to give a Texas butt whooping, and he's going to do it right here in just a minute.
He better hurry up and get it done. It looks like Billy Litt has the upper hand from my vantage point.
See, that's what he wants you to think.
Oh.
He wants you to think Billy Litt has got the upper hand. he's playing with him. See, like a cat plays with a mouse. You know, the mouse jumps to the right, the cat grabs it with his paw. The mouse jumps to the left, the cat grabs it with his paw, until finally the mouse messes up and gets around his mouth and it's chomped. Goodbye, mouse.
Well, this cat better chomp soon, because where I'm sitting, Billy Litt is totally in control of this match.
Like I said before, he just wants you to think Billy is in control. He's letting Billy be in control. He's letting Billy wear himself out. There you go. There's a big right hand. Now who's in control, Jason Schaefer?
Followed up by a headbutt. Look at this. Nobody gives those quick little jabs like Joey Morton.
Joey Morton is strong.
Oh, and Billy Litt finds nobody home.
Wake up, Billy Litt.
Joey Morton right on top of him. Shoots him off into the corner.
Take it to him, Joey.
Oh, and Mr.
Now,
Morton
see
finds nobody home.
See, now this referee right here, I honest to goodness. See, now watch. He's not even paying attention to Billy being out there, out on the ring apron. He's not even counting. Now watch here.
And he leaps off, but Morton manages to catch him.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs right there. That'll take the wind out of your sails.
Look at this. Some concerned fans have come to the ring to check on their hero, Mr. Electricity.
They are concerned about Billy here. They don't need to be concerned about him. He ain't nothing.
Oh, Joey measured him and gives him that big right hand right into the mush.
Joey Morton is getting ready. I told you, he's getting ready to open up a...
Oh, what's he got in his hand,
He ain't
Shotgun?
got nothing in his
What's
hand.
that?
He ain't got nothing in his hand. Only thing that was a fist.
He's got a
That's
foreign
exactly-
object.
I wish I was down there on that ringside.
He's got a
You know,
foreign object clearly in his hand, and he's hitting Billy Litt.
There's no
See, he's
foreign
tucking it
object.
into the back of his pants. He's sticking it right inside the waistband of his tights.
Only you, Jason Schaefer, would be looking at the back of Joey Morton's pants.
Morton fires insult to injury there. Lit back to a vertical base. Oh, and Joey hits him again with that foreign object.
I don't buy foreign stuff. I mean, I didn't see nothing.
I could close my eyes and see that was a foreign object.
How do you know it was foreign? How do you know it wasn't made in the United States?
Well, I suppose you've got me there. Oh, and Billy Litt's got some left in the tank.
Yeah, but I think he's only got a quarter tank. See? Told you.
Again, Mr. Morton removing something from the tights.
And again, only you would notice that, Jason. Y'all just can't stand it because Joey Morton is beating the living stuffing out of Billy Electricity.
Now he's choking him on the ropes. Oh, and Morton comes off and crotches himself right on that second rope.
Now, see, that wasn't fair at all. Now, Billy Litt shouldn't have moved. He should have stayed right there and took it like a man. He's taking the chicken way out, I'm telling you.
Oh!
And see, that was a low blow. He don't need to be doing that. Now, watch here.
Look at this,
And
another
again.
drops him right onto that leg, rolls him up. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. 2, 3. Oh!
See how fast that boy counted that time? Yeah, it was a 2. Just like you said, that's all. As far as the boy can count is 2. That's how much his wine costs, so that's all he can count to.
Oh!
2. 1, 2. That's it.
Morton takes Litt down with that stiff clothesline.
Exactly. Joey is tired, but don't count him out yet.
Both men attempting to get back to their feet and gain control. Here comes Joey Morton. Oh!
Oh. Now, see, Billy didn't need to be doing something like that. Now, he could have hurt Joey right there.
Oh, and another 2 count.
Yeah, no surprise.
Billy Litt. Oh, a reversal. Look, Litt's off the ropes and takes Morton down with that elbow. Hooks
He
the
had
leg.
him by the hair of the head.
And there. Oh, comes up with another 2 count. I'm starting to think that you're onto something there, Mr. Sullivan.
I'm telling you, that's as far as the boy can count. Like I said before, that's as much as his wine costs or his goofballs or his happy pills or his jolly joints or whatever it is.
Here we go. We're going to see it. Oh!
Hello!
Runs right into that big knee lift from Joey Morton. There we go. Into the tights again. Into the tights. Oh, what's he got now?
I don't know. What is it? I don't see nothing.
He's got some brass knuckles.
I don't see nothing. He's holding his back. His back's hurting.
Oh, and Litt stops him. Litt shoots him off. Oh, and a big drop kick. Takes Joey Morton and his brass knuckles down. He hooks the leg, and again it comes up with a 2 count.
2 count, see? 2 count. You know, I asked this referee back here in the hallway, I said, why don't you just give up refereeing altogether? He said, well, what should I do?
Oh, both men are down, Shotgun.
I bet you Billy hit him with something, and it wasn't his fist neither.
You mean Joey?
No, Billy.
Right, Joey.
No, Billy.
Right, Joey.
But anyway, Jason, so you're confusing me. Shut up. He said, what kind of...
I'm surprised you don't have to go to the bathroom again.
No, I quit drinking the water. That's exactly what it was. I didn't drink as much water when I come back this time. But like I was saying...
And we just heard there was a 10
Joining
count.
me now is the man that gets another shot at that world title, Mr. Eric St. Clair.
You know, Eric Foster, it is truly indeed an honor and a privilege to stand at the 4-H camp here in front of all these campers at the Elks Major Project Camp. I've been a part of more of these shows throughout my career than I could possibly count. This is the moment I live for every year, to be here in front of these kids, to perform, and for them, the best that I can do. You know, to get the World Heavyweight title shot the first time was an honor. To pin George South was unheard of. But then to have the title ripped from my hands over a paperwork technicality brought me right back down to earth. And back down on earth, I simply remembered and realized where I came from. Back to the roots, back to West Virginia, back to the people who belong to me, who behind me, who supported me my entire career. Here tonight, it's an honor to get that rematch and another chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. I got to tell you, on a much more serious level, Eric Foster, George South, I have nothing but the utmost honor and respect for George South. He has taught me so much about this.
Hold on 1 second, buddy. You know, I think it's all sweet how you talk about these stupid people in West Virginia. You know, I think it's awful sweet how you talk about respect when you can't spell respect. Listen, I am the greatest champion that wrestling has ever seen. I hate West Virginia. I especially hate all of these little kids at this stinking 4-H camp. But the biggest reason that I hate West Virginia is because of you.
Fans,
George
that
South
title
just
match
gave
is
him
coming
some
up
manners.
next.
He taught him a lesson in manner. What he's doing, he's wearing him down. See, watch here. There he goes. Now he's going to put him up against the ropes.
Oh!
Now, big swat across the chest.
I think he bit him.
He was checking his temperature. Remember how your mama used to check your temperature by kissing your forehead?
He bit him again.
He's checking his temperature.
Do you mean to tell me that nobody gave Mr. South his dinner tonight?
No, he was checking Eric St. Clair's temperature. You remember when you was a kid? No, I guess you never was a kid.
His temperature's 212 degrees because this water's boiling. We've got a wrestling match here.
Now he done something. He done something to George. There's no way that clown could knock George off his feet. There you go. He's got him in the top wrist lock now. George's going to start applying the pressure. He's going to take Eric St. Clair down to the mat. I guarantee you, I've watched George South for years.
Well, the fans rallying behind St. Clair. He's trying to, look at that. He's getting the blood flowing. He's pulling that strength from his reserve, and he's going to power out of this move, I think, Shotgun.
No. Now, that's what you get. See, he got too big a head. He wasn't focused. You said he had the eye of the tiger, and I told you, it's more like the eye of a moose. He's not focused.
George South stalling a little bit. This could tip the scale in Eric St. Clair's favor. Giving him a little bit too much time to get himself back together. Look at that. Oh,
He had
he
him
takes
by the
George
hair of
South
the head
down.
again. He had him by the hair. Now George George don't have a lot on top left. Over the years, people like Eric St. Clair has absolutely worried him gray. Look at his hair. He's losing his hair because of people like Eric St. Clair.
Speaking of losing their hair, how is Dr. Roger Ham?
The good doctor is in Dallas, Texas. I told you before, if you'd been paying attention at the beginning of the broadcast, he's down there finalizing some paperwork for me. And that hairpiece from Lenny's House of Hair, the MSW hairpiece, is absolutely looking wonderful on his head. He does. He looks like a young Kenny Rogers. His mama's
I agree
right.
with you. I absolutely agree with you. Look at this. South takes down St. Clair. South over against the ropes again. Oh. And look at that. He catches him.
That was a rookie mistake. He telegraphed it. George knew exactly what he was going to do. He showed his hand just a little too early, Jason Schaefer. And he paid the price.
When you're in the ring with a veteran like Mr. South, you know, you will pay the price. The smallest slip up will cause you to pay the price.
Yes, sir.
Look at that big headbutt.
And see, once a veteran like George South, once he gets the upper hand, when he starts taking the wind out of your sails, that's it. It's over. You might as well just count it out.
George South promising that he's going to leave here with the gold. Something I've seen you do on more than one occasion.
Exactly. Have I ever lied to you?
Well, I don't want to answer that.
I'm talking about the belts, dummy.
I was talking about the bathroom break.
Now, I was at the bathroom. Now, I'm tired of you calling me a liar, Jason Schaefer. I was at the bathroom. There had to be 120 people there waiting to get into that bathroom.
Look at this. St. Clair catches him.
Yeah, see, every time I start telling the truth, then you want to switch the momentum to the match. Okay, let's watch the match. Look at that.
He's got that claw. Oh. That claw move that he learned from one Blackjack Mulligan.
He and Blackjack Mulligan are real good friends. George South, Blackjack Mulligan, I guess they fish together and hunt together.
I heard a story one time that you had the two of them down to your ranch doing a little hunting of your own.
Sure did. On one part of my ranch down there, I've got some antelope stock. We all went out there, and they both of them bagged them a real nice goat. Hey, they loved it. I'm glad they enjoyed themselves, and they're more than welcome anytime to come back down to the Sullivan Ranch.
Look at this. St. Clair managing to get out of the move.
He needs to open up his...
He's winding up. Look, he takes George South to the mat. Oh, but he misses with that one. South ready and lets him have it.
See there, that was a slip-up. He went to the well one too many times. And see, now George's even got a problem with this. When are y'all going to wise up and get rid of this drunk, this sot, this... I don't know what else to call him. I mean, he just George has got a problem with nobody but this referee. And if I got a problem with him and George has got a problem with him.
And there's your 2 count.
See, now I start telling the truth and you go right back to the match. See, you can't stand to hear the truth, can you, Jason Shea?
Look at this shotgun, Johnny Sullivan. This crowd coming behind St. Clair. Meanwhile, Mr. Number 1, George South, has him twisted up like a pretzel.
He's worked on that arm about all night. He's breaking the arm down, breaking the shoulder down, taking the strength out of it. It's kind of hard to fight somebody with one arm, you know what?
Well, definitely, George South has Eric St. Clair right where he wants him. He wants to maintain that advantage, you know, and kind of wear him down so that where George South has the speed advantage, he can kind of use that to end this match and put St. Clair away and keep that title around his waist.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. George South is fighting for everything in him right now because I don't blame him. I wouldn't come all the way up here from Texas to lose a gold belt around my waist in this stinking mud hole for anything.
Well, we have yet to see you do it, that's for sure, Mr. Sullivan.
Now what? He's got his tights. Look at him. Now he's got a big handful of George's tights.
Look at that big abdominal stretch. Referee Cody Green seeing it.
Walk around to the other side, he'd see he's got a big handful of tights.
Well, I don't know about that.
Or he's pulling on the rope or something because he's hurting George.
He's pulling on something that's called George South's arm. Oh, and
see, there you go. Another rookie mistake.
big hip toss from George South.
Even though Eric St. Clair has got many years' experience, he could take his years' experience, add mine, add Joe Brody's or whoever's he wants to it, and he's still not going to come up with as many years as what George South has got in the ring.
Well, you're right there. Look at this. He hooks St. Clair.
Come on, George. He's taking the wind plumb away from him. He's got his head built down.
Oh, and he drives that elbow into the back of the head and neck.
See, George is telling exactly. He is the champion. He's going to leave here with the championship.
Oh. Big axe handle chop into the forehead of one Eric St. Clair, and the big man goes down. Again, taking time to jaw with the fans. I don't know that I necessarily agree with his strategy here, Shotgun Sullivan.
You agree when it's Billy Litt doing it, but you don't agree when it's George South doing it.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know that I
standard?
agree with his strategy, allowing St. Clair to regain precious time and perhaps regain some momentum.
It's all mental. He's letting St. Clair think that he's going to get his win back. George's going to take control of this match. See, even George. Me and George is the only one that's got a problem with this referee. Why don't y'all get rid of him?
I'm sorry, I was at the bathroom. Did you say something?
You weren't at no bathroom. You were sitting right here right beside me.
Exactly.
But I was at the bathroom. I'm telling you, there had to be 250 people at that bathroom wanting to go in there, and I just kept standing there and I was patting my foot, going on and on and on. And the whole time, I'm sorry I missed that match. I bet that was a good matchup, wasn't it?
Speaking of good matchups, George South has the upper hand here. And Eric St. Clair, with the support and the love of these fans, able to get back to a vertical base. Fire into the midsection of George South. He's up against the ropes. George South tries to hook him and get him over. Look at this. St. Clair powers him around.
What's he gonna do?
Takes him down, and
Got a
those
slide
shoulders
board.
are on the ground. Oh, and it's a 2 count.
See, that's what I'm saying. 1, 2. That's all the boys' wine costs is $2. That's as far as he can count. That's all, as far as he has to count in life. He does nothing else.
Both men certainly feeling the effects of this match.
You know, There we go.
Oh,
there comes
look at
the
this.
claw.
Look what he's signaling for.
Here comes the claw. It's over. Just Eric St. Clair don't know it yet.
Oh.
There it is.
He's certainly got it locked in. He's got it locked in.
Applying the pressure. You know what that does, Jason Shepard? That cuts off the blood flow from the temporal artery, and that's one of the main arteries for the brain. It starts slowing down the blood flow. You start going to sleep. Watch Eric St. Clair. He'll start going to sleep here in just a second. Besides the vice-like crushing pain that he's going through right now, it feels like his skull's being put in a vice and crushed.
Look at that. Look at his face flushing. Look at his face turning purple. Oh, St. Clair back to his feet. Look at this. Fires his second. Grabs him by the arm, shoots him into the turnbuckle. Full steam ahead, and St. Clair finds nobody home.
Right back on it again.
He's right back to square one, Shotgun Johnny Sullivan.
You know, I was going to tell you a while ago, that referee we got right there, I told him, I said, you need to make a career change. He said, well, what can I do? I said, you can go be a pipe layer. You know, the ones that put the pipe under the ground for water and all that. He said, why is that? I said, because the joints come in 20 foot and the dope comes in 5-pound bags.
You're too much, Shotgun Sullivan. Look here, Eric St. Clair, that flush coming over his body, but look, he's managed. Where is he getting it from? That's intestinal
I don't know.
fortitude.
He's got a reserve tank somewhere. That's the only thing I know.
Where I'm from, we call that intestinal
Look, he's got the
fortitude.
sleeper hooked on George, but he didn't get it hooked good enough.
Look at that.
Here comes
Sunset flip.
Sunset flip. Oh, George is
Right
too
to the
smart for
eyes.
that.
Oh, he's got the claw. He's got that claw locked back
into the
in.
claw again.
15 seconds remaining.
I don't think Eric St. Clair's going to get up from this one. I really don't.
You know, there's not many moves that I don't think, if South is able to counter that move, that he can't lock right into that claw.
He's
Five, four,
Oh, a reversal.
3, 2, 1.
Wait till that drunk gets up off his knees. We'll find out who won this match. I heard the timekeeper counting down.
It was too close, Shotgun. I can't
I
call it.
couldn't
It was
tell
too
myself.
close. We'll have to wait for the official world.
Still World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Number 1, George
The crowd here, none too happy about it, but the officials are calling it a time limit
Now.
draw.